Hello everyone and welcome to my channel Options Trader Today. So today in this video I'll explain you how the price of silver has moved in the last 2 days and how the price of silver can move in the next 2 days. See, if you look at the chart of silver, what we have seen, silver now trading at a level of $31.9982. Okay, and if you look at this particular trend, what we have seen, it is trying to go down. If you are trading for a short view, you can see the silver price after making a half around 35 around, it came down and continuously in the downside. But if the price started sustaining above a level of $33, we can see there is a probability of further high. Okay, but see, if you are intraday trader, what we have seen a good volatility in the silver as well as gold market. If you look at this trend, the price is moving in this particular range. Okay, but now if you look at this trend, see, there is a range and the breakout happens downside, again it move upside. But if you look at this, probability is high that mostly is just going in this particular range. Now there is a probability that it will move in this particular range and then breakout can happen, so chances we can see it can go further low. Okay, so this is a 15-minute chart. Your target, SL, everything will be on as per the 15-minute chart. There is a U pattern is forming. Chances are high that it can go further down towards 31.9 and from there it can cross a level of 31.90, and then once started going up below this level, there will be a zone breakout, so chances of going towards a level of next support of 31.7 also we can see, and from there it can cross a level of 31.6. Going on a 2 hours chart, on the 2 hours chart basis, see, there are two patterns are forming. First, which is showing that if the price started going below 31.9, we can see a further fall and then it can cross a level of 31.6. And once the price goes below this level, 31.3 is a strong support, so we can see a bounce back can come. But if that didn't come, we can see a further fall towards a level of 30.8. okay, and if that didn't sustain, a further fall we can see, because this particular pattern is forming this bigger trend, so we can see the price can fall below a level of 30. But if you look at the overall trend, a bigger pattern, we can see a bigger pattern is forming, so chances are high if the price started sustaining above 33.4, there will be a further upside. There is a probability of further upside, and once started going up at this level, probability of crossing 33.8 we can see, and then a further upside towards a level of $34.19. And if the price moving on this level, a further upside we can see. Okay, see, the price of silver depends on a lot of factors. I'll show you on a day wise chart, because see, day wise chart is different. Day wise chart, your support and resistance, SL and targets are all different. See, looking at this particular chart, see, there is a trend. The silver trend is moving in this particular zone, so probability can be high. The next level, see, if you look at this trend, there is a probability that if the price started breaking above a level of 33.4, a further upside movement we can see. Okay, so now if you look at it falling below a level of 31.7, we can see a further fall towards a level of around 30.9, and once started falling below 30.9, there is a higher chance that it can move towards 30.5 to a level of below a level of $30 also we can see, and then it will fall below a level of 29.4 to a level of 28.5 and then further down. But if the price sustain above this level, probability of going further high towards 32.2 we can see, and from there it can touch a level of 33, and from there a level of 34.2 to a level of 34.6, and then a further upside will be there. Okay, and then, but see, silver price depends on a lot of factors. Dollar index, Fed interest rate, CPI data, PPI data, and other events are also there. Okay, they are inversely related. Suppose if the dollar index started going upside and the dollar index started going up, silver price goes up, and when the dollar index started going upside, the silver price goes down. Okay, looking at how the dollar index has moved so far, now the price is trading at a level of around $100. Probability that if it sustain, it can move above a level of 100.4, and once the price moving on this level, there will be a zone breakout, so chances of touching 100.7 we can see. And if the price moving off that particular level, chance of touching 101.6 will be there, and if it started going above this level, probability of touching 102 will be there. Okay, and once the price moving above a level of 102, probability of touching a level of 102.5 we can see, and if that sustain, a further upside movement we can see towards a level of 102.9, and if the price moving off that level, we can see a further upside towards 103.4, and if that sustain, a further high. But what we can see looking at this particular chart, that if the price started falling below a level of $99.3, there is a chances that it can fall further down towards $98.8, and from there a further fall we can see towards 97.8. Then there is a higher chance this particular trend will support a downside, and chances of going towards 97.4 will be there, and from there a level of 96.9, and then a further fall we can see. Okay, coming back on the silver price, what we can see, as I've already explained you on the device chart, that after making this particular high it is continuously down, and chances are very high that this particular trend will support a downside. If the price keep falling below a level of 31.9, we can see it can touch a level of around 31.6, and if the price falling below that particular level, we can see the next support coming at a level of 31.2. Suppose if started going below this level, we can see a level of 30.9, and from there a further fall we can see towards $30.7, and then we can see it will go towards 30.5. These are the levels you have to understand. A bounce back can come from this, but if that didn't sustain, a further fall we can see. Suppose if the price sustain above this level, probability of going towards a level of 32.2 we can see, and if that sustain 32.4, after crossing 32.2, 32.4 is already being tested, so chances are high the price will move upside, and it will touch a level of 32.67. Once the price moving over that particular level, chance of touching 32.9 will be there, and from there a further upside we can see towards a level of $33.13, and if that sustain, a further high we can see towards 33.2 to a level of around $33.5. Suppose if the price sustain above this level, a further upside we can see, and then further high. Okay, any doubt regarding this, you can mail me. I've given the mail IDs also in the description. Understand, always put your quantity as per the risk you can take, target, SL, and according to the volatility. If you want to attend my classes, you can mail me regarding that, and we can work out on the timings. Okay,